Hello everyone and welcome again to GSMCT. So today we are going to be talking about this Queen Cleopatra documentary that has been going on. A lot of people coming out and talking, lawsuit being made, people trying to sue Netflix. And I'm going to say this, I think Netflix is not going to back down because they probably have the case. If you look at the ancient Egyptians, not the ones that are now, because hey, at one point, I'm just going to say this, Egypt was a melting pot. It was taken over by many people, the European, the Greeks, that everyone, even the Arabs, which were the last, by the way. I'm going to say when this guy that was on Piers Morgan's interview talking about, Hollywood, whitewashing, blackwashing, and all of that, I'm like, dude, you don't even look like the ancient Egyptians. Let's just get that straight out of the way first of all, because I'm going to be bringing up some history out here. So if they take Netflix to court, I feel like Netflix is going to win. Because at the end of the day, what Netflix have to do is actually pull out receipts. And we are talking about a Greek woman. First of all, Cleopatra is a Greek woman. I would expect the Greek people to be making a lot of noise, to be actually making all this noise. But it's not the Greek people that are making all this noise. So before we get into this, I'm going to say this, press that like button and subscribe because this is very educational as well. And I feel like some people want to literally close and bury what the ancient Egyptians, the first ones, looked like before all of this mixing came in and before all the genocides. Let's not forget about that because even the native Egyptians were driven out literally. And when it comes to what Egyptians look like, most of them are Arab descendants. Even he said it himself that, oh, they are not portraying us Arabs. I'm like, no, yeah, probably why? Why would they portray you? You are not actually native. You actually came a long time ago, yes, but you want to take over the whole look. You want to bury everything else. It's not how history works. It's not how anything works. As far as it's written down, carved on stone, it will be seen. Now, I'm going to bring up this video. I want you guys to listen to this video, and then I'm going to come back with my own commentary.
It's not about black and white. It's about the continuous culture appropriation and falsification of history that has been done by what the so-called Afrocentrist movement. They are culture appropriating my culture, calling the people of Egypt of today, despite their skin tone, that they call us as invaders.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Well, what did the ancient Egyptians look like? Did they look like you? Or did they look like me? Or were they darker? Tell the truth. You are either a Kemetic or Hamitic people, or you are not. The ancient Egyptians or Kemetic were black-brown. They describe themselves as black-brown. They are described by Greek as black-brown. They have done DNA tests on mummies confirming melanin and these kinds of things. If you study ancient Egyptian wall paintings, you see a beautiful variety of skin colors. You see white, light skin, brown, dark brown, and black. This is because many different kinds of people lived in ancient Egypt. As the new kingdom fell to the Assyrians who came with iron technology, Egypt was conquered by the Greeks, then the Romans, then the Christians, and over time you had a lot of mix between different kinds of people, and that ended up with a lighter complexion, today's Arab.
I tried to stay away from this mess for a long time, not to talk about it, because if I say something, a lot of people are going to be like, but this, but that. But look at when the Arabs took over Egypt. And he was talking about that guy that was crying about Netflix was talking about, oh, they are not portraying us like Arabs because we are Arabs. Yes, you are Arabs, and nobody's actually calling that out. Nobody's saying anything about it. But the fact that you literally want to take over a whole identity and wipe off the other identities makes me giggle. It makes me giggle. Like, at the same time, you're talking about people are calling Egyptians racist at this point because of this particular, documentary that is coming out, but you coming out by yourself and sounding exactly how some people might perceive you. You didn't build the pyramids. The Arabs didn't build the pyramids. Let's not even get there. So you coming out here crying about a Greek woman, a woman that is from Greece, and talking about, oh, they are whitewashing, they represent. What do you want? You want them to use an Arabian woman as Cleopatra? Just say what you want. Just say, I want to see an Arabian woman as Cleopatra. Do you think an Arabian woman would have become? I have not read any book where I saw an Arabian woman role. It's mostly she's either a wife, a third wife, and I'm not trying to stigmatize or stereotype anything, but hey, history is history. I've seen other women from every other culture, every other place became queen and with strong rulers, but till today I've never seen an Arab historical document that said a woman was a strong queen. So you coming out here instead of the people of Greece, because I would definitely expect this from the Greek people, from people that are from Greece. I would absolutely expect them to be outraged, angry that somebody is portraying them. Because this is how women from Greece look like, by the way. This is how they look. Very beautiful women. And I'm going to say this, Greece has very plentiful of beautiful women that could have taken this part as Cleopatra. They could have actually, did it some good historically. I'm still not with Netflix using this lady as Cleopatra. I'm not going to be biased and be like, yeah, Netflix should use her. No, I still think they should have gotten someone from Greece. There are lots of beautiful women that probably would actually match Cleopatra's image to play that particular, part as Cleopatra. But at the same time, I do not expect Arabs to be out here crying, oh, I'm Egyptians, and they should have portrayed, they are whitewashing my culture. Dude, Egyptian culture is not Arabian culture. Like you saw in the documents over here, Egypt was actually conquered many times even before the Arabians came and finally took over. So let's not go there. Let's not mix the two. The two is absolutely different. You can talk about, your ancestors moving there, but literally trying to wash everything, nah. And this is why I think Netflix have a case. Because if you go to court with this case, trying to talk about how ancient Egyptians look like, they're going to pull out all these documents. Because if I can find it in Google, you bet Netflix can find more deeper things. And if a big corporation like Netflix goes to court, you bet your ass they're going to do historical findings. They're going to bring out a lot of documents. If you want to talk about how the ancient Egyptians look like, you're talking about Arabian culture and Egyptian culture before the Arabian even took over. The genocide that happened in Egypt, nobody still talks about it. The locals, the actual locals, they're being treated like shit. Let's not forget that. So I was not expecting people like this man to be coming out here talking all of this. Oh, they're trying to wash our culture. What culture? They didn't look like you. They absolutely didn't look like you. Now, Egypt was a melting pot just like America right now. America is a melting pot. USA in particular is a melting pot. Now, this is exactly why I didn't want to get into this topic. Because at the end of the day, if you take Netflix to court, they are a big corporation like Netflix, they have a lot of lawyers. Yes. And they have historical facts, historical history books, everything like that. Everything that was written down, even by the Greeks. If they want to find all of those things and bring it out, I don't think you're going to be having a case. Because at the end of the day, they're going to ask you about you having an Arabian, you're coming from that particular part and coming over here and talking about, hey, Egyptians were Arabs. Hey, mind your words now. This is exactly why I feel like Netflix is not going to be backing down. If anybody should be outraged by this, it should be the Greek people. They should be the one outraged. Now, I don't expect any other person to be outraged out here. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna ask you guys to please let me know about your thoughts and what you think about all of these shenanigans that is going on out here about this Cleopatra, documentary that is coming up. Let me know in the commentary section. Don't forget to press that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.